हेलो फ्रेंड्स, मेरा नाम है CS पीयूष जैन और आप देख रहे हैं अपना यूट्यूब चैनल कोइटेक्स प्रोफेशनल्स। लेट अस स्टार्ट विद आवर नेक्स्ट चैप्टर, दैट इज चैप्टर 4, एग्जेम्पशन अंडर GST। फ्रेंड्स, it is one of the most important chapter under IDT paper for CA, CS and CWA aspirants. Friends, I have divided this chapter into some parts as the chapter is little lengthy, and for clear clarification and understanding it is required to divide the chapter into different parts. Friends, in chapter 4 of part A, we will cover following topics, that is introduction, power to grant exemptions under the tax from the tax under section 11 of CGST Act and section 6 of IGST Act, goods exempt from tax, and last topic, services which are exempt from tax. Let us start with our first topic, that is introduction. So in introduction, we will read some of the definitions which are as follows. First we will read exempt supply. Exempt supply under CGST Act 2070 has been defined as supply of any goods or service or both which attract nil rate of tax, or which may be wholly exempt from tax and includes non-taxable supply also. Next is non-taxable supply. What is non-taxable supply? Non-taxable supply means a supply of goods or service or both which is not liable to tax under CGST Act or IGST Act. Next topic is power to grant exemptions from tax under section 11 of CGST Act or section 6 of IGST Act. GST law empowers the central government or state government, as the case may be, to grant exemption from tax. The exemption is granted on recommendation of the GST Council. Without recommendation of GST Council, neither state government nor central government can grant exemption from tax. Exemption can be from whole of the tax or part of the tax. It should be granted in public interest. No exemption can be granted which is not in the public interest. So for granting exemption from tax, it should be granted in public interest. Exemption can be granted to goods or service or both. Exemption can be absolute or conditional. Next is explanation. One explanation is added in the topic 2, that is in exemption notification order which is inserted within 1 year from the date of issue of such notification or order shall, for the purpose of clarifying the scope or applicability, will have the retrospective effect that it will be treated as it has been issued when such notification or order was passed. Means if the notification was issued on 20th April 2020, then notification, then explanation shall be inserted within 1 year, that is on or before 19th of April 2021. If the exemption note explanation has been inserted after 19th of April 2021, then it shall not have retrospective effect, but it shall be a prospective effect of such exemption notification. Friends, let us start with our next topic, that is goods exempt from tax. Some items such as unbranded atta, maida, besan, unpacked food grains, milk, eggs, curd, lassi and fresh vegetables are among the items which are exempt from tax. Student may go through the complete list of goods exempt from GST on Central Board of Indirect Tax and Custom website for knowledge purpose only, as the goods exempt from tax are not in the syllabus of CA, CS as well as CWA final aspirants. Let us start with our last topic of this chapter, that is services which are exempt from tax. Friends, I have divided services which are exempt from tax into 23 categories, and these 23 categories are as per the CA IDT module. If you want to revise my content with ICI module, IDT module, then you can refer this video for your quick revision purpose. Friends, in first category, I have mentioned as services related to charitable and religious activities, in which entry number 1, 13, 60 and 80 have been incorporated. Next is agricultural activities, in which entry number 24, 24A, 53A, 54, 55 and 55A has been incorporated. In next category, educational services, in which entry number 66 has been incorporated. Next is healthcare services, in which entry number 46, 74 and 73 has been incorporated. Next is services provided by government, in which entry number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9C, 9D, 34A, 47, 61, 62, 63, 65, 65B and 74A has been incorporated. Next is construction services, in which entry number 10, 10A, 11, 41A and 41B have been incorporated. Next is passenger transportation services, in which entry number 15, 16 and 17 have been incorporated. Next is goods transportation services, in which entry number 18, 20, 21, 21A and 21B have been incorporated. Next is banking and financial services, in which entry number 26, 27, 27A, 34 and 39A has been incorporated. Next is life insurance business services, in which entry number 28, 29, 29A and 36 has been incorporated. Next is services provided by specified bodies, in which entry number 30, 31, 31A, 31B, 32 and 33 has been incorporated. Next is general insurance business services, in which entry number 35 and 36A has been incorporated. Next is pension schemes, under which entry number 37 and 38 has been incorporated. Next is business facilitator or correspondent, in which entry number 39 has been incorporated. Next is services provided to government, in which entry number 3, 3A, 11A, 40, 72 and 51 have been incorporated. Next is leasing services, in which entry number 41 and 43 has been incorporated. Next is legal services, in which entry number 45 is incorporated. Next is sponsorship of sports event, in which entry number 53 has been incorporated. Next is skill development service in which entry number 69, 70 and 71 has been incorporated. Next is performance by an artist in which entry number 78 has been incorporated. Next is right to admission to various events in which entry number 79, 79A and 81 has been incorporated. Next is services by an unincorporated body or a non-profit entity in which entry number 77 and 77A has been incorporated. And last is other exempt services in which entry number 2, 9B, 12, 14, 19, 19A, 19B, 22, 23, 23A, 25, 44, 47A, 48, 49, 50, 52, 56, 57, 58, 59, 65A, 68, 75 and 76 has been incorporated. Friends, we will read about these entries in my next part of chapter 4, which is exemption under GST, in which we will read in detail with quick recap so that you can get the understanding and clarification on the exemption under GST in a very effective and efficient manner. Thank you friends. For any query, you may write to us at cs.pj2016.1 @gmail.com. All the best. Thank you very much.